Now, most people kill their citrus without realizing it. And these three things are the reason. What are the reasons?
She doesn't water the plant. She knocks it over. Or her mealybugs get it.
Alright guys, so there are three things that I want you to fix. Alright, but before we fix everything, let me share with you our books. This is our books. We have multiple citrus books on Amazon. Grab a few. And if you want your citrus to produce a lot of fruit, this book is for you. Supercharge your citrus. And also, if you are new to growing citrus, this is your first time, I would recommend you to have this book, The Ultimate Guide for Growing Citrus, authored and published by Greg Steven. Now, Greg.
Yes, ma'am.
There are three things that I want the people to fix when they're growing citrus. It doesn't matter, guys, if you're growing citrus or any kind of plants in the garden. You need to know, as a gardener, you need to know the pH. Now, if you say like, what is pH? Why pH matter? What is pH?
Potential hydrogen.
Right. So pH is potential of hydrogen, and sometimes referred to as the power of hydrogen.
I call it the open door.
The open door?
Yes.
Yeah, because everything...
Because if your pH is not right for that particular plant, you know your citrus trees, they love an acidic soil, 5.5 to 6.5.
Exactly.
And if your soil is alkaline, that plant is not able to take up nutrients through the root system. Therefore, you could put a whole bunch of this stuff, fertilizer, on that plant, and the plant doesn't do well. Well, the reason is because it can't take up the nutrients. Your pH is wrong. So whenever you guys get yourself a pH soil tester. Also, you can do the same thing for the water that you're watering that plant with. Get a pH tester for the water that you're giving that plant.
There is a pH that I want you to put that in the link description, and I also need that pH. There's a pH that it's kind of expensive, but it is great stuff.
Well, you get what you pay for. There's some cheap ones out there. You can get for like $12.
Yeah, don't get those cheap.
Yeah, don't get the cheap one. To get the good one, you're going to spend about $30 for one.
Yeah. So important pH, guys, is very important when you're growing citrus. Citrus prefers 6.5 to 7.0. Now, if the pH is too low, Greg already mentioned that, it's not good because you end up yellowing leaves. And then if the pH is too, not too high, it becomes too alkaline. If it is
Same
too,
thing. You
too
can't
low,
take up nutrients if
So
it's too
not
low or
good.
too high.
Now, just think about this, that why pH matters. It matters because in soil, pH controls how a plant absorbs nutrients. That's it. That's all.
That's all you gotta know.
You have to know. So that's the most important thing in the pH. Now, second fixes that I want them to fix is the pests and diseases. Now, what can you?
Pests are pretty easy to identify, other than the spider mites. I call them the little ninjas because they do so much damage. You don't even know they're there until after your plant is really suffering, and then you start examining it and you see the little cobwebs. That's late stage. When you see the cobwebs, that's late stage spider mites. The mealybugs and the aphids, those guys are easier to detect, and you can treat those pretty readily. But the spider mites, they're tricky. And the thing is, you treat it once, you're not done. You have to treat it every 2 or 3 days. You got to hit it again because the mites and the eggs start hatching. There's a whole life cycle that you have to take into consideration when you're treating for pests.
Yeah.
And you sometimes it seems like it's a mission impossible, but you just got to steadfast and keep on it. Don't give up on it.
Don't let those bugs take over.
I'm going to show you something here. This is a product that we use. It's the Azotec Plus. Good stuff. Good stuff. It works naturally. It blocks the Zataractin, blocks the insect's ability to go through its molting process, going from from the larvae to the adult phase. There's some other stuff in here that also works to kill it suffocates the insect. So get some of this stuff.
Yeah.
The reason I brought this up is you can go out there and you can get some of these insecticides that are they claim to kill on contact, but you don't want to eat you don't want to eat the citrus on your tree after it's been sprayed with a deadly disease that will kill you and your dog and your kids and the insects too. So something that you can take this, you can spray it on your skin, you can rub it on, it's not going to harm you. You're going to smell like neem oil if you spray this on your skin, but this is some really good stuff. I really recommend this, and we use this on
all
everything.
the time. That is our
Everything.
go-to.
We use this on our
spray.
citrus, on our philodendrons, you name it. We use this stuff because we
And-
believe in it.
Yeah, and we will share. So if you have several citrus that you are going to spray, grab a few bottles, 3 bottles or 4 bottles, because that is enough for you to go through.
And we also have this in a
3 months.
concentrate now. We have this in a concentrate right here. Comes with a little
This one
measuring
you have
cap
to mix
on here.
it yourself.
You have to mix this, but this will make about 8 bottles of this. Okay, so this is going to save you time and money, and you can make it to the strength that you like too. Yeah.
Yeah, just follow the direction and mix your own. So this is the high concentrated one.
You can buy this on cashyourgreens.com.
Now, are you still that membership? Do you still have that membership? Because
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
All right. So the membership, I would encourage you guys to become a member and in our Cash Your Greens, and especially those people who,
This you can get. I would recommend getting this on a once a month subscription, and this one I would say get this once every 3 months. You can get this on a subscription. Yeah, this is going to last you. It's going to last you for a little longer.
I have a lot of citrus plants here. I go through a lot of bottles of Asatic Plus, and sometimes I mix this concentrate. So that is pest and diseases. Now the last one that you need to fix is sunlight. Now, a lot of people ignore sunlight, right? What they do with their citrus.
You live in Ohio, you don't have much sunlight.
You know some of the people, we don't have to mention it, but some of the people are asking us, so why my citrus is not doing
Because they're
good?
growing their citrus in the basement, or
Yeah,
they're
the
growing it in
basement.
a garage, or in a bedroom. And citrus have to have a lot of sunlight. That's why they grow in Florida and California.
Yeah.
You need that 12 hours of sunlight at least.
At least,
you need
yeah.
it. If you're going to grow it at home, you want to be using a lot of.
What is your recommended light fixture you recommended?
Well, the LEDs are probably the best one because they don't get as hot, they don't use as much electricity, and they're cheaper than the metal halides. And the metal halides put out a lot of heat and they consume a lot of energy. So I would get the LEDs, get the full spectrum lighting. You want at least 6,500 lumens for your lights for your citrus trees. Yeah, at least 6,500.
Yeah, because the sunlight, like winter is you're losing.
And get
light.
yourself a light meter too. Check your
Light meter.
Just because you have a full spectrum lighting, if your light is this high and your tree's down here, you want to get that light meter to check to see where the lumens are at 6,500 lumens. What's that distance from the light to the plant?
Yeah.
And if you're too far away, your plant's not getting 6,500 lumens.
Yeah.
So
that is the last fix that I want to fix the tree, because it doesn't matter. But I put the number 1 at pH because that is the most important.
Yeah.
I don't fertilize my citrus until I know the pH. I have to make sure that the pH is
and that's not
corrected.
just for citrus. That's for
Yeah,
every
for
plant that you
every
grow.
plants,
Every
in-
plant you
in-
grow,
you know.
you have fertilizers that are based on acidic, like your blueberries and your strawberries and a lot of your other
and also
tomatoes.
invest in citrus soil mix. So get a bags of soil mix if you wanna grow citrus in containers.
Yeah, if you go up there to one of the big box stores and you grab a bag of potting mix,
It's not the ideal for
it's
citrus.
not ideal for every plant. It's going to be okay for some that are in
Yeah.
the mid-range, but some of your plants would like the extreme acidic or the extreme alkaline. Not as much alkaline. There's more acidic plants than
So
there are
invest
alkaline.
into.
But there's not one
invest
soil
into-
that fits all plants. What we have at Acetec is we have different mixes for soils based on that particular plant. We make one particular potting mix for
That's
that
my goal.
for that individual plant. We have one for pothos, we have a different one for philodendrons, we have a different one for citrus, we have one for fig trees. We have a lot of different potting mixes specially tailored for that particular plant.
Yeah, because it is frustrating if you don't know the its plants have different soil requirements. You got to know the soil requirements, you know. And, so we have pretty much soil, right, for every plants.
Just
But
about.
our goal is to create as much as soil mixes for everyone, and not just for everyone, for us too. Like banana, I love banana. I have to make sure that I have the perfect banana soil, and that is the banana soil, guys, that you might see it on Amazon. So check that out pretty soon.
Yeah.
So if you want to grow banana, I love banana,
And
and I think that's about it. So
bananas are cool little
is there
trees.
anything that you can
But
share?
you want to get the dwarf variety if you live in the north like we do.
Is there any information you can share to my audience?
Just keep on growing. Keep on growing, and spring is coming up around the corner here. So this is the time you want to start getting your potting mixes, start your seed trays. March 1st is when you want to start putting your vegetables. If you're doing indoor seed trays, start growing that out now.
And we have that soil too.
Yeah, we got
So we have soil for propagation, like when you transplant your cuttings, you have soil for that. So, to give you.
we have new starting mix for seedlings. We have propagation soil, and we also have a one for what, cloning.
Yeah, good.
We also have a new clone gel that we're going to be coming out with here pretty soon. We have all
It's
the
all
ingredients,
natural. We
all
stick to
natural
natural.
cloning gel. So this is going to be real exciting because we do a lot of propagation, and it can be really expensive if you're buying some of those, you know who, the purple guys. Yeah.
All right, so I think this is so. If you guys need more, if you want to ask more questions, write in the link description. And if there is a topic for citrus that you guys want,
Also,
ask
write
me.
in the link down below where you guys are listening from. I like to hear different
that's
people
right,
that live in different parts of the country.
yeah, you
Because
know,
right now we're like 32, 33 degrees out here in the 70-degree greenhouse. But 2 more days, we're back down to 18 degrees as a high for the day. I can't wait for this weather to be over with. I wish we lived in the Philippines, or I wish we lived in Tennessee. Ohio has a better economy, I think, than most other places in the country.
You know,
but I just can't stand this cold weather.
maybe next year I will straight to from February. I will straight to the Philippines and stay there until
Yeah.
March and come back. So 2 months, 2 to 3 months.
I'll keep the house ready while you're gone.
All right, guys. So this is for now. So again, grab a copy of this book.
What's the name of that book again?
This is Ultimate Guide
This
for
is
Citrus.
the Ultimate Guide.
That's a lot of
The Ultimate
information.
Guide to
on
Growing
this book.
Citrus. And
then the,
this one's by me. This one's by Marcelina.
Supercharge.
Supercharge Your Citrus, the Ultimate Guide to Bigger, Sweeter, and Healthier Fruit. It's how many pages is it?
200 pages.
200 plus. Yeah, 230
Yeah,
pages.
So all a
And
lot of information in that book.
This one's 240 pages. So both really good books, cover different things from a different area. This one's growing the citrus. This is once the tree is growing, how to make it produce more fruit. So,
Now, do me a favor, guys. If you think that this information, the book, if you get this book and you get a good, if it helps you, the information about, give a positive review, right? That will help my books or our books, and it pushes the books to.
the books really help our channel too. We do a lot of writing. I just finished.
give a positive
I
review.
just finished a new book. I'm writing a book right now called the Fruit Gardener's Bible. It's all about berries, growing different berries and stuff.
Are you done with it?
No, it's about halfway done, but that's covering every kind of berry that you grow in the garden. It's
And
really
also
interesting.
fig tree. Fig tree, guys.
Oh.
If you're growing fig tree, Greg Stephen had a book on fig.
Number one seller right now is the growing,
Really, right?
growing
A
fig
lot of
trees.
information in that book.
Yeah, it's a nice book. It's number one seller.
Yeah,
right
check
now.
that out. Just write the author's name, Greg Stevens, because if you have the book, it's too many. You know, you will.
There's probably 1,000 books,
1,000.
and most of them aren't
Just
worth
write
the
the
paper they're
author.
written on.
It's easier.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for jumping in, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Marcelina from CashewGreens.com.
Greg Stevens from CashewGreens.com as well.
Peace.
Peace out.